You don't want to get put into a box. You want to start out with this unique selling proposition, answer it, I am a blah, or I do blah. So I solve problems for companies related to delivering their electrical whatever. Okay? This is the hard part. Getting that into 10 words is tough. The next step is this. You add a one-sentence statement about what you do. So when people ask me, Sean, what about you? What do you do? I say I help people figure out what they're going to be when they grow up. This is a place you can use a title. As a career coach, this is what I say. As a career coach, I train and motivate people to reach their highest potential. And I let them know that I'm a career coach. You can put in a title there if you want to. The third step is where you give a statement of specific impact. People I work with have found. So this is, what do the companies that you work for get from you? How do you help them? And really, all companies are concerned about is a couple of things, right? How can you help them make money? Or how can you help them save money? Right? How are you going to help them solve their problems? That's really what they want to know. So you give them an example, or two, or possibly three. So my example here for me is when people ask me who I am, what I do, I start with my specific statement of impact. I help people figure out what they're going to be when they grow up. Second, I tell them what I do. As a career coach, I help train and motivate people to reach their highest potential. The third part is this. When people come to work with me, they find that their job search time is cut in half. They find that they're able to negotiate for a higher salary because they're negotiating out of a position of strength. And most importantly, they find that they're in the perfect career for this time in their life. Specific impacts for what somebody who works with me gets from working with me. And then the final, and here's where a lot of people don't take this step and they fail. The final is a call to action. Who do you know? I am looking for somebody specifically in such and such a company, or somebody in such and such an industry that will help me in my career objective. So I might say something like, who do you know that works for Intel that has been laid off in the last 6 months? It's very specific, right? So we have these 4 steps, or these 4 pieces. The first is an action phrase. Are you getting all this? First is an action phrase. The second is one-sentence statement about what you do. The third is a statement of specific impact. And the fourth is a call to action. Now I got this model from a man named Jim Nudleman. How many of you know Jim Nudleman? So some of you know Jim Nudleman, okay? Jim Nudleman is a salesman. And this is his model. And so when you ask Jim Nudleman, what about you? Jim, what do you do? This is what he says. He says, my name is Jim Nudleman. I'm a master of building relationships. First line, master of building relationships. I teach sales professionals how to build and grow their business. He's still not using a title here, but you probably know what it is, right? Sales trainer. Sales professionals who have attended my workshops have increased their business by as much as 50%. And then this can change, by the way. This statement, this call to action piece, but he says, please introduce me to a sales manager who has complained about losing sales to a competitor. So that's the 4-step Nudleman process. And guess what, folks? It's your turn. I want you to say this with me. Hey, Norman, what do you do? Ready? Hey, Norman, what do you do? Here, Norman, use this.
Oh, thank you. I was going to have to rely on my voice. As a systems analyst and change agent, I love to help firms solve costly puzzles in their management of benefit plans, field force workflow, and healthcare information.
All right, give him a hand. Now the one opportunity that I'm going to tell you that you missed is you didn't ask him for a referral. How many people are in this room? 100 people? Who are you looking for?
Do you know anybody who has a similar challenge in trimming their process?
Who are you really looking for, Norman? Who do you really want to talk to? Who's going to hire you?
An IT manager.
An IT manager at?
Providence Healthcare.
Who here knows an IT manager at Providence Healthcare? Wait a minute. We have a winner. Now listen, folks. This is the example right here. When you are specific about what you're looking for, you are going to find it most of the time. It's like a dartboard, or it's like a archery, that thing they call, what do they call that? Target. Yeah. In the middle is the bullseye. And if you're aiming at the bullseye, you're more likely to hit the target than if you're just aiming at nothing, right? Because the one thing we know to be true is if you aim at nothing, you will hit it, right? So he was very specific. He said, I'm looking for an IT director at Providence Healthcare. Carmen, I'd like you to meet Norman. Norman, I'd like you to meet Carmen. That's the way you find a lead. Okay, great, folks. Who else? Somebody else had their hand up? Oh, you're way in the back. You're going to make me work. Is it a question, or is it a... You want to try? What, you want to try? All right. Stand up, and what's your name? Jesslyn? Everybody? Jesslyn? What do you do?
I'm a queen of financial strategy. I help people eliminate their mortgage from as little as half or more of the time. For example, 30 years to 15 years or 8 years. We don't have to refinance or pay any extra fee. And at the same time, you maintain your current lifestyle or even better lifestyle. And people who use this system has testified a lot after 18 months. They have seen the result. And this system has won award from Ernst & Young just last year. So if you would like to reduce your mortgage, or you have friends or family who would like to do the same, please refer to me, Jesslyn Lin.
All right, give her a hand.
That was good.
A little bit long. You need to work on it, get it down a little bit, but she's got all the parts in there. Okay, one last one, and it's Wendy, right? Means I can read your name. I are educated. Okay, everybody join me. Wendy?
Wendy, what do you
My
do?
name is Wendy Pangburn. I work for Fort Community College at Hillsborough Workforce Office. I work as a liaison with job seekers, employers, and various training programs to develop skilled workforce, help pay for training, and get people back into jobs as soon as possible. Let's see, my next statement is, it's really good to see job seekers getting guidance and financial assistance to land into the jobs, careers that they want, and employers do need help with their bottom line these days. Next statement is, people I work with say I'm really good at what I do and I get results right away, satisfactory results, and my call to action is, who do you know that may need certifications or more training to either get a job or advance their careers? Or do you know any companies that can benefit from a cash incentive to hire and train new employees?
Nice, give her a hand.